Come here, let me kiss your wound, put a baby. I came right in and made a move. Motto at a glance, once emotionally abused. I could tell you was my muse. I could tell you was my muse. Easily amused. Come here, let me kiss your wound. Put a baby in it, maybe just so we could share a tune. I could tell you was my muse. Turns your moan to a tune. Even my ex tuning in. This her favorite song too. Let the world tune in. Hear the things that we do. Get so freaky, we be sleepy. We just rest in our goop. Wake up, do it all again. Shit, we just do it again. Forget the shampoo, natural substance loving. For a weekend straight, I bathe in you. Save your number under nightcap, fire emoji, small hat. Call you a freaky bitch and you like that. The way you do the things you do. Swept me off my feet, swear you could have been a broom. Taking the heart away from women, girl, you could have been a crook. Head super smart, I could tell you read your books. Can be what you want, that's what got these hoes shook. Said fuck being a model worth more than your looks. Just my kind of woman, successful, not too proud to cook. Help me right my wrongs while undressing your thong. And after I bust this nut, you go help me write this song. Give it to you like that, give it to you like that. I thought you like rough sex, you better not fight. Give it to you like that. Give it to you like that. You a real acrobat, your ex missed out on that. I was planning to fill, my friends told me I should wife that. Say they never saw me as happy as I am when I'm with you. Damn, she must be hitting it right, clowning me, but it's true. Lasted only 3 minutes, stroking it in your goo. Benching 315, squatting 425. Strong as fuck, but get weak when I'm looking in your eyes. Shit, I thought I was a player, or maybe I am, and I'm just playing with your mind. Nah, that's only a line, cause it's your mind that makes me want you to be mine. Not knowing if it's the perfect time, I'm a boss, so a lot of things going on at the same time. Doing it for the lineage, my kids, and drop tops, I pictured it. So if you got them same images, come join the journey and do more than witness it. Created a lifestyle of abundance from being deliberate with decisions on who to kick it with, who to share these riches with. Everybody don't get this shit but you. See, I can tell you with the shits. Gave it to me like that, gave it to me like that. You know I like slow sex, no need to come fast. Gave it to me like that, known to make a moment last. Ex missed out on that. You was in your fields, friends told you to start holding back. Girl, come on now, you know he ain't shit. Young, rich, can't get any chick. Looked up, wait, are you any chick? You smartened up quick, baby. Your girlfriend's a player. Claim they see a player when they really be the beach. Studying your man like a graduate speech. Real pro, so they get kinda wet around me. Let them talk, watch, stock while we invest in land, property, stock, digital assets after mass sex. Top notch, no less. Less talk, more sex. You a rider, I'm so impressed.
Yo, what's going on, you beautiful suckers? So, let me see something. One second. There we go. Check. Right. All right, I think I'm on the right thing. Um, yo. Here we go. Yo. There it is. All right, we good now. All right, what's up, you beautiful steppers? Um, Man, welcome to Stepper Sundays. All right, so the first thing I guess you guys need to understand about the song My Muse is the good or the dark theme and also the good theme. And what is the meaning of a muse? So a muse is a source of inspiration. So that can be a person, a place, a thing, whatever you derive inspiration from. So that's what a muse is. And the dark theme of the song My Muse really well, besides the overarching sexual theme, as you can see on the Instagram, what I posted, I'll play that right here on the playback. But that's not really, it's not dark. But besides the sex of the song, which isn't really subtle. The actual dark theme of the song underlying is that everybody has a story, be it good or bad. And what you do with that story describes you better than the story itself. So, whatever your story is, whatever you go through in life, that's what people draw inspiration from. And, depending on what you're doing, the more authentic you are, sometimes the more willing or the more able somebody is to draw inspiration from you. And I think ultimately we all are here to be sources or a vessel of inspiration, a vessel of life. So that being said, it's really kind of like with real estate. So with real estate in the daily grind, you find yourself hearing no more than you'll hear yes. So if you decide to start investing in real estate, you'll start hearing no more than yes on a daily basis. But it's what you do with that no and that yes that describes you more than the fact that you're hearing a no more than you're hearing a yes, right? So if you were to stop just because you're hearing no, then that's what describes you. But if you take that no and you keep going, then that's what describes you, what you do afterwards. That's basically what that means, right? So this all really ties into the good theme of things. And the good theme is that, since the beginning of my journey, so back since I was an athlete, I've always really searched for sources of inspiration. And I've always found it in either places or people. So with me, looking for these sources of inspiration, the biggest reason why is because to be self motivated or inspired by self, it sounds good. It sounds good. Everybody says self made this, self made that. But the fact of the matter is to actually do what others are not willing to do, and then to not only do it, but to keep doing it until you get what you want out of it. In order to actually do that, you have to have something to draw from internally, right? So just because you are doing it yourself, it's like, what do you actually draw from internally? So it's no different back when I was playing football and going through crazy workouts. Like, why do people do this, right? No different than when with wholesaling real estate and what I'm doing right now, being the digital media company, Steps to Success, and as that's too. So it's like at each phase of my life, the good theme of the song, My Muse, I've always found something, someone to actually inspire me. And when I say someone, it can even be just a moment that we shared, or a conversation, or just, you know, a moment in time that we shared that inspires me. So to keep going, that's a good thing, right? Because in order to do, which, my calling, to be a vessel of joy and entertainment, in order to do this, you really have to have something to, again, draw from inside. Because although you don't have anybody telling you to do it, doesn't mean that you don't have something inside of you or not looking for other sources of energy outside of yourself to keep you going. So that's what the whole thing ties in. But the biggest thing, guys, is the Temptations. So I've been a fan of the Temptations since, I probably was like 3 years old. Like, I was really young. So like my mama, she used to always watch the Temptations, both my mamas, but we used to always watch the Temptations and sing in Five Heartbeats, Temptations, and all that. So yeah, always been a big fan of Temptations. Feel like I'm about to be the sixth Temptation member. You know what I'm saying? Reincarnated right here. So that is like the big thing of it. That's what I posted on the Instagram as to the heart. I'll show it right here on the playback as well. So right now, there's, if you guys have any questions about real estate or music, go ahead and drop them right here. And if not, then we're about to get into the instrumental. And this is my favorite part of Stepper Sundays for real. Get into the instrumental to explain to you guys how I chose the beat and how I wrote the song. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Here we go. Hey, think about what you would write. Check. We back, we back. Hey, man, that beat, I mean, it makes me smile. So let me tell you just a story when I discovered the beat. So I'll just, do my thing. I'll just be walking around listening to beats. But when I first heard that beat, it literally, it took me because I was looking for something that I can come in and just start rapping, like start rapping automatically or start, doing a song. Um, to me personally, I feel like I have to earn your ears. I have to earn your listening time. So I can't just do 20-second, 30-second instrumentals or for the intros and just have a 20-second instrumental where there's nothing but music playing. Like, let me earn that, right? Because I personally, it depends on who the artist is for me to actually be able to listen to 20, 30 seconds before the beat comes in. And also, I don't always like to start the song off with the hook right away. So this being said, I got to a point where I was writing, a lot of songs. I'm like, man, like I feel like I need to have something where I come right in and make a move. So, long story short, when I heard that beat, it was and then I came right in and made a move. And this just like the clicks and oh my gosh. Shout out to Lavish. That's the producer of this beat, Lavish. Um, Amazing beat. As soon as I heard it, I just was like, I'm about to have fun with it. And when I say I'm about to have fun with it, I felt like there was just so much space in between each, drum tick or each bass tap, whatever those taps are. There was so much space between those taps that I can basically just kind of do what I wanted with it as far as being able to, it's like word exercise. Like I was able to just kind of switch up my flow a little bit and carry that same flow, but also say it different ways and just have a bunch of fun with it. And also when they took the drums away and you just hear the piano right there, so you're able to carry that same melody, that same pace, but also it gives the whole beat a different dynamic. It gives a song a different dynamic, right? Because now instead of having that same, you get that space right there where it could have been a hook or it could have been something for you to say something profound. And I used it to really say something profound, in the context of the song, being the song, itself is like a story. Um, the song itself is a story, right? So the song itself is a story of, my muse. I came right in and made a movie, came in, met somebody, you saw, whatever it was. And, model at a glance, once emotionally abused, I could tell you it's my muse. And that's just no different than, what happens, right? You come in, you just say what's up, and it gets to going like that, right? But just to back away from the lyrics, we'll get into the lyrics. To back away from the lyrics, the actual music itself, the beat itself, it allowed me to be able to show my rapping ability in this pocket of being like this like melodic, slow down rap. So it's like slowed down, but it's still like rapping stuff. So I really enjoyed that part of the beat specifically because it's so slow that I can get into this pocket that I feel like it's one of my favorite pockets. We'll get as time progresses, but I really enjoy that pocket. So that's why I enjoy this specific beat. Now let's get into the actual lyrics itself of the song. So when it comes to the lyrics itself of the song, now, what I can say for the song "My Muse," it's meant to be it's a story. It is a story. All stories are, inspired by actual events. Some stories, but that's one I think I like about music is that it can be from wherever, right? It can be from wherever. But this song, inspired by true events, it's just something that you come in, you meet a girl, and you see like I said, me being able to feel this source of inspiration. I'm a pretty spiritual person, so I'm a big energy person. When I meet somebody, if I feel compelled to meet somebody, then I'm gonna say what's up with you. So I come in and say what's up. It's like I felt something that made me do that, and said something that made me do that. It could be whatever lies beneath you, um, and I enjoy getting to know somebody and what all they have to offer from a spiritual, energetically point of view. So that being said, guys, that's the real idea of the song itself. But the idea of the song itself is different than the lyrics. So to get back into the lyrics even more, the bridge that give it to you like that, give it to you like that. So to connect that back to the beat, when you heard the beat, you can hear that ooh, right? And give me a second. I gotta drink some more water. But listen, when you hear that beat, that beat the background of it, you have a guy and a girl, right? So you have the guy that's going ooh, ooh, and you got a girl. So that way, I'm saying, give it to you like that on the first one when you hear the girl going, and then the other one is gave it to me like that, gave it to me like that, because you hear the guy going, oh. So that's basically the idea of it. When you hear the guy going, oh, that's what do you say? Benching 315, squatting 425, strong as fuck, but get weak when I'm looking in your eyes. Um, that one, and also the lasted only 3 minutes, stroke it in your go, and then ooh, like right after that. So I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed. That's why I enjoy writing to the beat itself. So when I write, I enjoy writing to the beat because that way you're able to play more into what the elements of the beat have to offer, and you're able to combine that with the lyrics, right? So, as I promise every time, is we're going to collide this with real estate. One thing that you guys, about writing this and choosing beats and doing all this, what allows me to do this is real estate investing. So, no money down real estate investing. And also the ability just want to learn more and be aligned with myself spiritually, right? To like trapping myself spiritually from a standpoint of just if I was just to focus only on real estate. Um, no money down real estate investing. So everything that I do right here with music and with Steps to Success Digital Media Company, with S2, all of that is to go and invest it back into real estate, being from a bigger perspective, but it's steps to success, right? So if you are interested in learning how to get involved with, no money down real estate, one thing that you guys might have encountered is a whole bunch of people telling you, hey, come out, buy a course, buy tickets to my seminar, do a 3 day online class, right? You probably hear a whole bunch of people telling you this. Now, mind you, I was 19 years old when I found out about real estate investing. And that was a dropout out of college, dropped out of college, and also stopped being a college athlete, being football, which I played my whole life. Shout out to the Bengals, we won today. That's the only reason you don't see me in the S2 gear because, what I'm saying, we repping. We in the postseason. Anyway, that being said, I was a whole bunch of things that I encountered. Buy this course, do this online class, do this, do this. So at first, I'm like, I'm about to just spend a whole bunch of money on all this stuff. I'm working as a car detailer. I'm just like out here trying to figure out my life or whatever. I was a believer in wholesale real estate though, right? So what I did is I got to step in the next day after I heard about wholesale real estate. I heard about wholesale real estate through what's called Breakfast Club, a pop culture medium. So this guy named Mark Williams. He told me about wholesale real estate, and I believed exactly what he was saying. So I started looking up how to do it, and I just got the call, and the next day I got the stuff. That being said, as I started calling, it took me 9 months to get my first wholesale deal. Now, about 4 months in, I felt like I had to do something different. I was like, man, what the heck? I'm just calling, I have to do something different. Now, as I just mentioned, there was a whole bunch of people saying you can buy this course, you can take tickets to this seminar, online class. So I'm like, man, should I even do this? But there was one person in particular, shout out to King Kong, host of the Millions. He had a course. It was a script. So he had a script, and his whole idea was like, guys, I can offer the script for free, but then do you get out of it for yourself? That you have to invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're more likely to pay yourself back. So this was again me working full time car dealership, just dropped out of college, like just trying to figure out what I want to do in my life. I knew I wanted to not live a normal life. It's the only thing I knew for sure. I did not want to live a normal life. So this being said, once I discovered this, and I was already calling, trying to get that first deal, but I was like, forget it, I'm about to buy his course. So I bought his course, and his course was $499, so $500. It was like a whole paycheck. I was freaking washing cars. So I was getting like $14 an hour. So this is a whole paycheck. Um, the reason why I bought it is because again, it's the idea of like I need to do something different. I got to figure out how to do this. But what can I say? So to answer your original question, should you go and purchase a course, a ticket to a seminar, a 3 day online class to learn how to get started today and invested in no money down real estate? If you guys familiar with me at all, I pride myself on being able to have a full master's degree. I got a full master's degree at YouTube University. Going for my doctorates, right? I'm going for my doctorates in artistry. Um, so me being able to be studying YouTube so much, it was like, what's the point of even spending money because all of this stuff is free? But when I bought it, it was worth it, right? Let me tell you why it was worth it. The reason why it was worth it actually purchasing the course is because I now had a reference point. Let's back up a little bit. I was 19, and when I said, I was going to do wholesaling real estate and I was doing this, I found it out through a computer screen. So that means that there's nobody in my real life that was like, hey, here, let me grab your hand, let me show you how to do this. I haven't had that. So for me to have a reference point looking back was imperative, right? The reason why I needed a reference point is because although I did, have everything I needed as far as being able to find out the information, now I was able to, when I was on the phone, I had the exact words that this dude was saying, and it worked. So I did my own tweaks and home twists over time. This was back in 2018 when I purchased it. So this is before I even got my first wholesale deal when I purchased it. So over time, I've done my own tweaks and done this whole thing is like way different. I didn't even say exactly what he said, but the fact that now I was exposed to having somebody, to a certain extent, still was through a computer screen, but it felt different just because this was the words that he was saying. So it felt way different for me. Now, as I've grown, came up with a lot of different things, it obviously has changed a lot for me, just because I have personal experience now four, over 4 years. Yeah, over 4 years doing this. So this being said, this is why I'm here today with you steppers is because we're bringing it all back full circle. So like I said, that was a $499 course that I did decide to invest in myself. If you're deciding to invest in yourself, you can head over to stepstosuccess.com to invest in your success. Only if you're serious about actually getting started in real estate. And I say only if you're serious, is because don't invest in it if you're just like, man, this dude's just doing real estate, but then he's doing music. Look, I'm doing what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing. I'm not for you to uh, not for you to understand from the standpoint of not from you to understand where it's like going, but you understand where I've been. Check out Steps to Success. You understand where I've been, and you know how I've got to this point, which will lead you to believe that there's a direction, there is a vision. So when I can firmly say everything that I put into the courses and the learning materials and the learning resources through Steps to Success, from how to acquire your first wholesale deal, volume one, and also how to cold call to success, where I give you guys the complete script and also videos of me doing the script and a whole bunch of breakdown. I'll break it all down for you guys at stepssuccess.com. But that being said, invest in yourself only if you are sure of what you're looking to get out of it, right? Because like I just told you, when I bought that, it wasn't like King Kong, and that's the guy name that did the course. It wasn't like he knew who D'Angelo was and what D'Angelo vision was, but what he did know is he shared his vision, and he seemed authentic. And the fact of that being, with him being able to share his vision, and me to be able to look back and see where he's came from, gave me some sort of like, man, let me try something. And that's only because I didn't know what else to do. So if that's your case, then maybe do it. But if not, if you don't want to feel like, investing into yourself from that perspective, invest into watching these videos. So you can head over to the playlist, How to Acquire Your First Wholesale Deal in 10 Days. That's on Steps to Success YouTube channel. And Steps to Steps of Success. So no S for the success. But that being said, you on there you can actually figure out how to acquire your first wholesale deal in 10 days, break it all down for you and get a more idea of the actual business of wholesaling real estate. So this is where real estate and music collides, guys, because as we continue to grow in that Stepper Sundays, we get more steppers involved in the movement. It becomes great music, but also you're leaving with value. So I'm breaking down the creative process of the actual music, but leaving you guys with value on how to get to step in for yourself because I love the culture that I was raised in, right? I was raised in the culture of music and entertainment and BET Awards back when that was popping, right? When that was the hugest thing. The 106 in Park, when that was the hugest thing ever. But looking back all through that time, it's like, man, I invested so much of myself into this culture, but what did I really get out of it? And when I say what did I really get out of it, I'm only speaking from a practical point of view. There's so many people who want to be artists. There's so many people who wants to be rappers and ball players, hoopers. Like so many people want to be involved in the culture, be famous, be known. But it's like at the end of the day, what do you really offer in the world besides the value from the standpoint of the entertainment, which I think the entertainment is hugely valued, right? Because that's why I'm doing it. I've realized when I moved out here to Florida, like, hey, music is like you can't, if you really want to impact the world, do it through the airwaves, right? Because everybody listens to music, no matter who you are, no matter what your standing in life is, you always listen to music. So that's why that's really motivates me as an artist, and also motivates me as an artist to be able to try different genres and try different styles because I want to reach the masses, I want to reach the world. And I want to reach you guys not only because creating a great movement or a great groove through the tunes themselves, but also to let you feel what I was feeling from the years of being in the actual dark, in the dark, looking like when's going to be my time from the standpoint of, yeah, I enjoy wholesaling real estate. That was cool. It's been cool, but the actual time to really impact the world in a positive way. I really want to touch people beyond the computer screen, beyond all of this. I really want to touch you guys. Doing it through the airways right now. We've been doing it for over 2 years through these YouTube videos, and we'll continue to do it. So continue to love the journey, continue to love your journey of success as well. One last thing I want to really leave you guys with as it pertains to the beat, my muse and just really picking beats in general, guys. For me, when I hear a beat, I know for a fact I'm gonna go right to it. Like when I first hear, it, I'm like, that's the one. Like that, it's like I just get this exciting feeling. Like when I hear it, like I don't know if you watch this again, or if you guys are watching this, you saw how I reacted when I did the words. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the words because I wrote the words. It really comes from my heart every time I write, whether it be just for entertainment or really coming from a piece of my life. It comes from the heart every time. But the music, the beat, it hits you, right? Because it's like, where does the words come from? The words come from the universe. And music is like one of the biggest ways to really connect yourself to the universe. You're able to manifest and able to just feel spiritually like, because where does it come from? That's what like really when you think about that. We're like when I'm writing and I'm connecting to the music and I'm able to connect the beats and all that, where does it come from? It comes from the spiritual realm, and that's why I enjoy music. Just one of the reasons, right? So I enjoy my words, but the beats themselves. If you don't feel the beat, if you're an artist watching this, if you don't feel the beat when you're writing, then you might want to think twice because I feel like you have to feel that beat. Because once you feel the beat, then your mind is going to connect to the words and the actual beat. Then it's just like it's the beat working with your mind, and that's how you get the words. So you just tie all that together. I love you, beautiful steppers. Thank you for tuning in. Come back next week. We're releasing music every week, every Sunday. We only ahead this year. Gave them 4 months to plan. Now I'm dropping in a week. So what they're gonna do now? At the end of the day, if you don't do anything, make sure your heart is in every step and get to stepping, get to stepping, get to stepping. Hey.